Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I'm appearing on the Paul Pluta channel. And today I want to discuss, I'm appearing on the Paul Pluta channel and on the ArchieLuxury channel, and I'm picking up press articles from around the world. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a ArchieLuxury Reverso grand fucking date with my tailored shirt, with my Paul Smith cufflinks. Okay, fuckers, today's press article is from the New York Post, and it says, Billionaire sues UK watch seller for duping him out of $700,000. Fuck! Yes, okay. A New York billionaire was duped by a British watch seller into $700,000 of $700,000 worth of fake Rolexes, according to a lawsuit. J. Darius Bikoff, who made $325 million when he sold the drink company he co-founded, Energy Brands, to Coca-Cola in 2007 for $4.1 billion, started buying fancy timepieces after a watch collector friend introduced him to British expert James Dowling. James Dowling co-authored a book, Best of Time Rolex Wristwatches. And if we go and take a look at Archie's bookshelf here, what do we see? We see that very, very book. Where the fuck is it? The Best of Time. Where the fuck is it? I'm just doing this fucking thing here. I've lost it. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. Is this the one? There we go. The Best of Time. Dowling and Hess. There you go. Dowling and Hess. The Best of Time Rolex Wristwatches. An Unauthorized History. There we go. Very well regarded book indeed. So basically, fuckers, what the hell has happened? Fuck me dead. This is serious coin. Don't fuck off billionaires. They get a bit sensitive to moolah. And I've actually met James Dowling, and I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. He's a bit aloof, you know. He's kind of he's not a warm fuzzy sort of guy, you know. He's not really. I never really liked the fucker. Okay, I gotta be completely frank. I met him at a few shows, and he's a hard bloke. He's very aloof. That's a good way of putting it. He's aloof. And I suppose, you know, he was sort of before ArchieLuxury, he was sort of famous for that book. And I mean, it's alleged here. It says that the billionaire plonked down $700,000 on fancy watches, including a Rolex 6538 Submariner for $94,000, a Rolex Tektite GEV for a whopping $395,000, and it goes on to say when he tried to sell them, issues came up. And I gotta tell you, even though James is a bit of an aloof fucker, James Dowling's a bit of an aloof fucker, I don't think he's a cheat, really. I don't really believe that. Don't like the cunt, but I don't think he's a cheat. And I think the problem is, see, these watches are vintage pieces. And you send that piece into Rolex for a service or for authentication, they're snapping at the heels, anything to criticize it, because they haven't made any money out of this vintage piece. So, you know, they kind of, their interests are different, you know. Their interests are themselves. So they just criticize it if it has been serviced by an independent, and it, God forbid, it had a non-Rolex part or something like that in it, they would bag the shit out of it. And this is a really tricky thing because a lot of these really old vintage watches, they did use generic movements. Like the old Daytonas used a Valjoux 727 chronograph type movement. So that's a common type movement at the time. So if you sent that to an independent, he might have changed a bit because a part broke, so he'd just use a generic 727 part. So does that make it wrong then? Does that make it a fake? This is the whole dilemma. And the reality is, if you would have sent some of these pieces into Rolex for servicing, they would have fucking taken... I know someone who had a 5513. He sent it to Rolex for a service. They fucking changed the dial. And, you know, the dial is where the value is in a vintage watch. So they said, oh, the dial's not up to our standard. We'll change it. But fuck, he halved the value of the watch. And Rolex would have done that because they'd say, oh, it's not quite, the part's not quite right, which is correct because they're trying to maintain a standard. But what they don't understand is it's not, this watch is supposed to be a sports watch for diving. It's a collectible, very valuable collectible. You start changing the dial, you're carving the value of the fucking thing. A sports watch is the dial. Doesn't matter the dial's shabby. You do not change the fucking thing. So what's my own opinion here? I don't think James Dowling really set out to fucking... I don't think it's a fake watch as such. I'd be very surprised if that was the case. But these type of vintage pieces, it may have had the odd part which got changed over time, which, considering what the watch is, isn't false or wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? It isn't false or wrong. So, you know, what the problem is, you sell these things to rich cunts, and, you know, they're fucking nasty. They are fucking nasty. You know, if they think they've lost money or they think they've been shafted, they'll fucking sue you. But they've got legals on the payroll. They just fucking send off a letter and fucking sue you. And whilst, you know, James Dowling is fucking expensive, I can't see how you'd make any money buying from James Dowling. I don't think he's a complete fucker as well. So it's an interesting thing. Unfortunately, it's one of these things where the man with the bigger lawyer really wins. And is it 100% Rolex? Probably not. Is it a fraud? Probably not. Did this guy pay too much? Probably. Was he shafted with fake stuff? Not necessarily. So I think it's somewhere in the middle is the truth. And this is the problem. This is the problem when you start... By the way, GEV stands for gas escape valve. It relates to one of their dive watches. Someone probably will ask that question. The thing is this, is it wrong? Well, that's how these fucking vintage watches are. You've got to understand. And the problem is that these cunts enter the industry to make money out of things. And whenever that happens, it's a fucking pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass because it's the purists. It's these fucking... It's just tricky. It's hard to make... They shouldn't be done for money. It just makes it so wrong. That's my opinion. Money fucking destroy... It's just a cunt thing. Money is just fucking... It's an evil fucking thing. I'm sounding like a communist. So, yeah. I'm ArchieLuxury. Wrapping up. This is from the New York Post. I'll put the link in the description. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.